Hi, hello, warmer greetings and welcome to Coffee with Estera, dear audience, dear respected precious audience and esteemed academician, and dear all. We are privileged to bring to you another prominent personality today in Women in STEM icon, Ambassador Professor Dr. Rania Lampou from Greece for you. Let me give a short intro about her. Dr. Rania Lampou is a multi-award STEM instructor and researcher, ICT teacher, trainer, global educator, international speaker, author, and global peace ambassador in Greece. Currently, she's working at Greek Ministry of Education at Directorate of Educational Technology and Innovation, where she writes STEM and STEAM projects for Greek schools. She is also STEM instructor at Greek Astronomy and Space Company, Annex of Salamis. She has been awarded with many national and international prizes, over 200, and she is a Global Teacher Award. Uh, she got a Global Teacher Award in 2019, 2020, and 2021. AKS Awards winner and a Global Teacher Prize finalist in 2019. Vake Foundation. She promotes STEM vision by introducing STEM in astronomy and physics projects and combines STEM with language teaching. She is the founder and international coordinator of many innovation international projects that focuses on the UN SDG. She collaborates with many international organizations and she is an editorial board member of many journals. She has presented her research in numerous international conferences and she has published work in various journals. In December 2024, she was invited to join Saktisat mission as Greece country ambassador. Today, she is with us as one of the eminent personality with mission Saktisat. Welcome, Dr. Rania. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much. Good evening from here, from Greece. I'm here still in the office, the Greek Ministry of Education. I'm trying to be relaxed, Dr. Estera, because I want today to feel cozy and comfortable, since I know that we're going to dive into a very exciting discussion about the space mission, this mission Saktisat, and at the same time, we will unravel some unknown aspects of my personal journey and some of my secret dreams. So get ready for a stellar conversation. Thank you very much for this session today. And I'm here at your disposal. You can ask me anything you want. I think you are stuck. It's a technical issue.
Oh, I think we have some technical issue here.
Okay, now you're back. Okay.
Yeah, let's have coffee before we start.
Okay.
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 Okay, now, so how was your day today, Dr. Rania?
It was very tiring, so I need to relax now. Need to relax. So this is your
Yes.
responsibility to make me relax and have
Okay.
some fun. Have some fun at the same time.
Yes, yes, yes. I'll take the challenge today. Okay, definitely we're going to enjoy this session today. Okay, let's start with your personal journey, Dr. Rania, because this coffee with Estera, I want people to know more about my guests. You know, my panelists, more about them, more about what they do, and of course, we are now on a mission to the moon with Saktisat, okay, India. So. I'm very sure our audience would like to know more about what we are doing. You know, what is that going to the moon? Are you all going to the moon and all that? Yeah, you need not wear the astronaut suit in order to go to the moon. You can still sit at your place and travel to the moon. Okay? Yeah, you can imagine, you can do a lot of things, right? Like a meta and all that can take you to the moon. Okay. So, can I start with the first question? Yeah. Are you
Of
ready?
course. Yes, of course, of course.
Yes. Can you share a bit about your childhood? What experience or influences shape you, uh,
Hmm.
shape, shaped who you are today?
Yes, actually,
Your childhood.
when I think back to my childhood, I think a few key experiences really shaped who I am today as a teacher, both and as a person. I remember that I was very curious as a child. I loved reading a lot of books because I wanted to know how things worked, especially where plane starts. And this curiosity eventually grew into a passion for science and learning. So, some key characteristics of me as a student. I was a meticulous student because my father, was very strict. My father was a policeman, so he invested a lot on education. He wanted me, to invest on my personal time only on education. So
Okay.
we try to pay attention only to detail. I was very well organized, very disciplined. I had the high standards for my work. I was very persistent and self motivated also. But this led to perfectionism. So this is not good because during all these years until now, I realized that nobody is perfect and that this perfectionism caused me health problems. So it was not good. So do you believe, Dr. Estera, that until now, when I'm going out to a cafeteria, for example, when I'm
Ah,
going out with a friend, still in my mind, there is this thing that tells me, no, no, you should be now at your whole house and work, because this was instilled, this was, passed to my unconsciousness from my father. Can you
oh,
believe that this is still happening? My parents used to tell me that don't go out, you need to study now. Don't go out to study. And still now, when I'm going out, I can hear this voice. So I have
oh,
guilt. Every time I'm going out, still either with a boyfriend or with, my friends, I have guilt.
I think it's really embedded the seeds of over being overprotective over you has like embedded in your subconscious mind very deeply that you can
Yes,
hear to today.
it was not so much about overprotection. It was about the over, reliance, the over focus on work and on studies. So my parents didn't let me do any housework.
Oh,
They never taught me basic things about how to cook. For
oh,
example, nothing, nothing about this housework. No, how to clean the house, how to do these things, because they only want me to study. They
yeah.
were telling me, no, you will study only. You won't do anything else. Don't waste your time in anything else.
Wow,
So this was not
wow.
good because at the age of, remember when I was appointed in the public for exams, I
Ah,
was appointed in a very remote area of Greece, in a very
uh-huh.
remote island near Turkey. an island which is called Samos. And then for the first time, I had to deal with how I will handle myself because I was living alone. I had to learn cooking on my own. I had to learn how to clean the house at a very, at a late age. Things that I should have learned very when I was young.
Yeah, you see, actually, you see, as this is my view, okay, because I practice this, but I'm totally different. I'm some sort. It's not my parents tell me not to do any housework. It's I choose not to do housework. I always push it to my sister. My sister will be more happier to do the housework, and I'll be studying. I'll be always with my books and doing something. I love maths. I've been practicing anytime. So it's totally different. But over the time when I became independent and all that, especially pandemic, and before that, when I cook, I don't even like to eat my own cooking. But every time out, never cook. Work all the time. But when I start cooking, I enjoy it. I find that I'm taking away my mind away from that. So I think if you spend in your in your you have routines, right? So maybe you can find time, maybe weekends, or anytime. I know weekdays you have not free. You are never free. You are never free. I know that. But you have to find time. Like me, I'm never free. But I find time for myself. Yeah. If I don't find time for myself, I will not be a happy person. I'll be overstraining myself. So by cooking and doing all this helps with your mental health and to reduce stress, right? So then what you did? So you don't have to cook. So what you can cook, Dr. Rania?
Now I've learned how to cook because I stayed alone for 5 years in a remote island of Greece when I was appointed as a teacher. So I learned everything. But still, I have this guilt. If I start cooking, I say, I lose time, I waste my time because I could spend this time working. This is what, everything that it was instilled during our childhood. It's now it's it's gone through our blood. This is what I believe, and our unconscious. So anyway, but however, my I have two sisters, two elder sisters. One of my sister was extremely passionate with science fiction and astronomy, astrophysics. Do you remember a time when there was a film of Star Trek and we had some famous writers, Isaac Asimov? Do you remember Arthur Clarke?
Yeah. Okay.
There was this period, with science fiction, was my sister used to buy this science fiction magazine. It was the time when we were all talking about UFOs and extraterrestrial life. So what was happening? We used to go, my sister, the sister and my father, for night sky, astronomical nights, with amateur astronomers. We're talking about period when I was teenager in my country house. So there were telescopes from amateur astronomers. We were simply gazing up the night sky. This actually, this natural beauty and remember of the universe, this sparked, our curiosity, desire to understand what lies beyond. So I think that this, my sister was the one who transferred this, this love for universe. She was my mentor about this because the quest for extraterrestrial life, I think, is one of the most exciting aspects of space exploration for young children also. So whether it's about the study of Mars, we always are wondering if actually Elon Musk, for example, will manage to create a colony there, or the search for exoplanets in an habitable zone, or when we discover unusual phenomena. The idea that we might not be alone is something that always has fueled for me a deeper passion for space. So at the same time, this fuels the passion, sparks interest for the subjects that are related with STEM. Of course, during my childhood, STEM was not an option because we talk about STEM, it's integrated approach. I mean, we combine all disciplines at the same time. When I was a child, these subjects were taught separately. Now we're doing mathematics, now we're doing physics, etc. So I didn't have this possibility, but I knew that I loved, engineering, science, mathematics. From a young age, I was very good. I was excellent in mathematics. I remember in algebra. Because it was excitement about how and understanding how the world works, how to solve a complex problem, how to witness this rapid advancement in technology. And this passion formed the foundation, I think, for my career STEM education, although I started as a French language teacher, I honestly tell you. And why this happened? Because my parents, especially my father, believe that girls should become teacher. This is certain. It was a law for him, and not to teacher, science teachers, literature teachers. So he used to, yes, he first my elder sister became a literature teacher and asked him Greek literature teacher. He was very good. He has received many scholarships, etc. And then my father was pushing me to become the same ancient Greek teacher. He was teaching me ancient Greece while I was a child. Although it's a subject that is taught in senior high school. But he used to teach me, although when I was a child, in order, to make me love ancient Greek literature and become teacher. Why? Because this stereotype. Dr. Estera, believe. My parents told me that a woman should become, should be a teacher, especially primary teacher, and go to work until 1 p.m. And after 1 p.m., she should be at the house with her family and cooking and taking care of the family. This is a stereotype. This is a
stereotype. Exactly. But now if you become a teacher, you cannot come back at 1 o'clock. You have to work at these office hours until 5. And in Malaysia, it's like that.
Still in primary school, still it's, until 1 p.m. Unless you stay longer for extra for project-based learning for other projects.
Yeah, co-curriculum activities.
The main schedule is 1 p.m. for primary school.
Yeah, but now
the same is happening. What I'm telling you. Yes. So this is the stereotypes of people in Greece, and we talk about my father who was a policeman. So he influenced me. He was the main inspiration when it comes to education, definitely. But this is the problem. I loved science and new methodologies like inquiry-based learning. I loved the biology class, how we used to investigate, botanology, different plants, how we try to conduct experiments. So I loved experiments. I loved all this project-based, the hands-on, everything which is experiential. I love these things. Enter astronomy, which is unfairly excluded. It is not included in the curriculum anymore of Greece. It was a very bad reform in the Greek mystery. Still, after the last years, astronomy is not included. It's taught in fragmented manner. So we have to cover the gap of astronomy through other ways. I want to say that I didn't always dream of working in space industry, but honestly, I don't know that it was an option when I grew up. I mean, we didn't have space programs. I used to go only for some astronauts with my father. I knew that I was very fascinated by stars, by planets. I was very inspired by my sister, with science fiction. And it was until later, maybe I think in high school, that I realized how vast the space field is. That space, it's not about just astronauts or engineers or researchers or educators. It's just more than that. So I think that I've always loved asking questions. Science and space, it's about philosophy too. I mean, questions like, what is the purpose of life in the vast universe? Or are we alone in the universe? These are questions that everyone can do. So there is a philosophy here. There are philosophical questions that often lead to a deeper passion for exploring, space and its mysteries. And what I loved also when I was younger, I loved the Apollo missions, the historical Apollo missions, the launch of the first artificial satellite, the Sputnik, and the efforts of agencies like NASA, of other agencies in order to explore space, etc. So I love this. I love astrophotography also. They have very good friends who are excellent astrophotographers. Astrophotography, you can capture stunning images of stars, of galaxies. When we organize with the Greek Astronomy Space Company, I will speak about this later. We are trained on this. I mean, already I know some things about how to capture images of planets, etc. You only need a telescope and a camera.
Oh.
So yes, it's not so difficult, but it's amazing. And apart from this, I remember the concept of black holes. I think the mystery of black holes and dark matter is something. Yes, it's one of the most mind-bending topics in modern physics, if you agree. So learning about
the black holes, what do you know about it? Can you just share with us something about that? The black holes.
Yes, this was popularized with Stephen Hawking. Remember this? Also, think it's one of the most fascinating mysterious topics. Why? Because we don't know a lot of things about this. It's something that captivates the imagination, and this has to do also with black matter. So they say that we know a few things about it. A black hole is actually a region in space where gravity is so strong that nothing can escape it, not even light. So this makes them invisible, though we can detect them by how they affect what we call nearby matter. How black holes form? We say that usually they form from the remains of massive stars after they explode in supernova. So if the leftover core is heavy enough, what is mean heavy enough? It's typically more than 3 times the mass of the sun. Then it collapses under its own gravity into a black hole. And what is captivating here is that there are weird effects around black holes. There is time dilation. I mean, time moves slower near a black hole compared to far away. And this is predicted by Einstein's theory of general relativity. And another weird thing is that if you fall into a black hole, tidal forces stretch you into a long, thin shape, like a spaghetti. Yes, this is called, there is the term spaghettification. There is a term for this.
Spaghettification. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So when I had watched an interview of experts who work at CERN, European Research Organization, and the Nuclear Research Organization, and they were saying that we don't know practically anything about this, especially we talk about dark matter. Dark matter is this, type of matter that doesn't emit, doesn't absorb or reflect light, which means that we can see directly. Of course, scientists know about it exists because of gravitational effects that it has on visible matter, like stars on galaxies. The fun factor is that dark matter, they say that makes up 27% of the universe.
Oh,
While
okay.
normal matter, I mean, everything we see is only about 5%. Do you
Oh,
understand? It,
ah,
we see only a 5%. This is the normal matter, everything we see. But dark
mm,
matter consists of, makes up about 27% of the universe. But
mm,
still, we don't know practically anything about dark matter.
yes. There's a lot to discover. Yes.
Yes, yes,
Uh-huh.
exactly.
So it's
So
okay. That's very, yeah.
there are
Uh,
astronomers, Stephen Hawking's, it was, inspiration for all, Carl Sagan. You remember Carl Sagan, Neil deGrasse. There are so many, important astronomers who have made the space accessible and inspiring the general public. And their books, their lectures provide a wealth of knowledge and enthusiasm that can light this spark, especially for a new generation of space enthusiasts. Um,
mhm.
the Hubble Space Telescope also, it is very interesting for someone who wants to start learning about this. This because the Hubble Space Telescope has given us one of the most breathtaking images of distant galaxies, of stars, and um, all this, human exploration of space. Um, show something else also that we need if we want to motivate our students, we need to tell them how the role of space in modern technology. Do you know that many technologies that we take for granted, for example, the weather forecasting or the satellite communication, are made possible by space exploration? So understanding how space technology impacts our daily lives can fuel an interest in furthering our exploration, technological advances in space. And it's not anymore a taboo to speak about extraterrestrial life. It's not a taboo. I think in USA there are universities, I know for sure there are university departments who have a department of extraterrestrial life. We explore this.
Yeah, I'll come to that. I'll come to this topics further after this. So
Mm-hmm.
very interesting, Dr. Rania. Very really in-depth sharing about the planets, universe, a black hole, and all that. So thank you for giving us some glimpse over this. And coming back, okay, we have our Dr. Bing Paris messages. She missed both of us, and of course, she's amazed with coffee with Estera. Thank you, Dr. Bing Paris. Thank you for joining us, and thank you, dear audience. Let's continue now. Dr. Rania, would you like to share with us about some of your album?
Yes, before sharing, I want to say that what we are doing here, what I'm doing now, collaborating with the Greek Astronomy Space Society, the Annex of Salamis and Piraeus. This was founded in 2011, and we try to disseminate astronomy science, to diffuse, all this astronomical knowledge through observatory, through educational activities. We prepare also students for the national Olympiads. We have the annual competition of the astronomy, the Space Society. This is collaboration with schools also and municipalities. And what we're trying to do, organize STEM lectures. Every Sunday we have also virtual lectures, hands-on workshops, experiments. We organize visits, planetarium visits, or field, visits with to experts to a planetarium or science museums. We try also to organize a competition, mentioned before, but international organizations, for example, with support AstroPi. AstroPi is an international competition of the European Space Agency. We invite guest speakers and experts and astronomers who give lectures. And something that I need to say here, it's very important, about citizen science project. Do you know, Dr. Estera, what is citizen science?
No.
Citizen science is very, very trendy nowadays, the last years. Why? It's about involving anyone who is not expert in the field in science. For example, if you wanted to go to classify, you wanted to be involved, you as Dr. Estera, you want to be involved in a project classifying galaxies. There are many people, not only amateur astronomers. I mean, anyone can be involved in this project and contribute a lot, because someone can be very good in collecting data. Others are very good in monitoring sunspots or tracking satellites. Students also can be involved. So what we call citizen science. So this means that citizen science is accessible to all. You don't need to be an expert in this field in order to contribute. And here in Greece, we have a case of some this kind of citizens who have participated in this project, who have made, incredible breakthroughs. I mean, discoveries. Yes. We were not physicists, we were not astronomers. There were simple, citizens passionate about astronomy and astrophysics. They learned everything from there.
Confined to Greece, confined to Greece, or it's open internationally? Anybody can.
Nationally, for example, the European Union has a separate platform which supports citizen science projects. There you can see everything. For example, someone has done a unique a collection of birds, or can create apps about this. Anyone who is not expert, but they have contributed a lot to science, what we call citizen science. It's amazing. And students, of course, can participate, because you don't need to have a bachelor degree about this, etc., or master
Background
degree.
and all,
Background, yes.
I think youth now, if they are aware of this, they would be very much interested to get to know it, because this young generation, they are very curious about a lot of things happening around them. So I think, so I don't know how far that, but like me, I never heard of this citizen science. So it's the first time I'm hearing from you. So I hope this initiative will spread all around the world, so that more people will have opportunity to innovate, create, and do something which is something new for them, and still perform amazingly. That's very interesting. Okay, can we see your album?
Yes, also.
Let's share. Let's see. Just take a break for a while.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Can you see the first slide?
Yeah, I read
the first right on the left on the top. It was on European during my training course at the European Space Agency, Netherlands. The European Space Agency has two annexes. One is in Brussels and the other one is Netherlands. So I was accepted to go there and get technical training, STEM training, for 1 week. And there I had a chance to meet with astronomers. So here is this photo. This astronomer gave me an autograph. And he has, remember, he had shared with us, his experiences, etc. My experience in European Space Agency was amazing, because we performed there many, hands-on experiments. I learned how inquiry-based learning it is in practice, how collaboration and problem-based and project-based learning it is in practice. Also, I learned amazing things only in 1 week only. That's something that I recommend for teachers of Europe. And after this technical training, I came to Greece and tried to transfer my knowledge and everything that I have learned to my students and other teachers. So in the photo that you see below, here is a training that I give to teachers. I train the teachers, primary school teachers, how to build a telescope.
Okay.
Yes. These activities were conducted under, a Scientix initiative. Scientix is the network, the European network of science teachers. And it's amazing. It's not only a network, but it's also functions as a depository where you can find projects that science teachers have implemented. You can take ideas about the lesson plans, what they have done, etc. One of my workshops I conducted like this with the Greek Astronomy Space Society and the Hellenic Physicists also Society. The other one, next one, is again the European Space Agency, and with the telescope that you see here in the photo, it was in Netherlands again, the Science Museum. So we talk about historical telescopes of previous centuries. And above in the photo, you can see right on the right, top on the right. Here is a museum which is located in Greece. It's very rare because it's the only museum in Balkans which displays rare pieces of meteorite. So it's a friend of mine who has this. I was invited in the inauguration. This picture was taken during the inauguration. And if you ever come to Greece, you will find this. Talk about meteorites who maybe have the age of millions of years, etc. So talk about very rare pieces, and we are lucky because there is no other science museum like this. Sorry, I will. Yes, this was about my experience, and I will share again because I want to just prepare
very
audience about.
descriptive. Yeah, with your photos and all, very descriptive. We get to know. We are very glad to know that more about you today. I think most of our audience just know you on screen about you are a speaker. You speak about various topic, research, and all that, but they didn't know your working life. What you do, what have you been involved, and all that. So, okay, that's really interesting, Dr. Rania. Very, very interesting. And can you just share with us little bit about your hobbies? What are your hobbies outside your work? I think your hobbies, let me tell you, can I tell you first? Your hobby is
Yes,
to
tell me.
on various platforms. That's what I know. Your hobby, you enjoy doing it. You enjoy supporting all those who want you to speak for them, and all that. So, okay, let's share. Let us hear
Yes,
from you. What is your
yes.
hobby outside your work?
For many
If there,
years, Zumba was my main hobby. So
yeah,
dancing with, Latin. Uh,
uh-huh.
yes, a Latin dancer with gymnastic. But of course, I was giving, I was delivering lectures in physical events before the COVID pandemic here in
Yeah,
Greece.
uh-huh.
But after the COVID pandemic, when the virtual platform started, the drama. During the COVID pandemic, I remember there were days when I had 7 to 8. I had a record of 8 lectures every day during
Oh,
the COVID pandemic when everything was virtual. All the events were virtual. So I had 8 events
wow,
every day during
wow,
2020, 2021, etc.
wow,
Now, hopefully, the number it's limited, but again, it's 2, 3 lectures every day. So
wow.
of course, it's fulfilling for me. That's why I'm doing it because I love to give, free knowledge to everyone. I don't charge. I never charge
Yeah.
for my sessions and for my workshops, especially if these are addressed to the privileged children.
Mm-hmm.
I want to mention here that I'm the founder of Humanitarian International Projects, which were
Yeah.
implemented in Africa,
Mm-hmm.
in Malawi, STEM
Uh-huh.
project. And then thanks to this project, we managed to get sanitation filter equipment, 6 wells were drilled there. We talk about students who were thirsty. Another project was about gender-based violence, another one about food shortage in India. So a lot of projects which were always addressing the privileged children. And another important thing that characterizes me is volunteerism, service learning. That's why in Greece I was appointed as the national ambassador for volunteerism and education by the Greek government project, which is called Academy of Volunteerism. And it was a huge honor for me here in Greece because they recognized, my service learning, contributions. And we try to connect. What we're trying to do is to create networks. We try to connect volunteers, for example, in Australia, Greek volunteers who live in Australia want to help each other, or to help us children with special education needs. So things like that. But I want to promote worldwide the message of volunteerism. It's something that fulfills me. Makes my life meaningful. This is the reason why still I'm doing it, because although I'm not my age, still I'm doing this, although it's tiring.
Yeah, I really admire your enthusiasm, your enthusiasm in academic. Okay, teaching whatever whatever concerns given to you. I see that you enjoy sharing your knowledge. In various subjects. Yeah, which is requested by anybody, say schools, academy, universities. You're always there. Researchers, you're always there. I know how. Do you remember at times you have to speak for one of the Philippines research organization, where you have to wake up uh, 3 a.m. to speak, and you asked me to wake you up. you know
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, I know that very much, dear audience, you must know this is how Dr. Rania is so, passionate about speaking, especially academic. She doesn't just speak anything, simply everything, but everything confined to academic, let it be whatever you want. Okay, and she's a very dedicated person. I find that she's a very, very dedicated person when it comes to anything given to her. And that's where I recall this memory that she says it's 3 a.m. in Greece and 6 a.m. in Malaysia. Say, wake me up, please. I have this conference to talk. I have to go. I have to do the speech, opening speech, and all that. This is how she is. Okay. Before we continue, let me go. Shall we have some light moments in rapid fire? I have rapid fire question. Interesting. Yeah. So hope you will enjoy it together with the audience. Okay. Let me ask you this. If you could go to space tomorrow, if you are given a chance to go to the moon, would you accept it?
I don't know, Dr. Estera, because of the age.
Yeah, I mean,
Because of
you're
my
very
age.
frank. Yeah, I tell you, you can be. Not everybody can go.
Okay,
So we
okay. I
know.
will
Yeah,
give you. Okay, I will tell you honestly. I
yeah,
have
yeah.
a
Tell
friend.
me.
I have a friend from Nepal. He
Ah,
is a space expert, and he was selected among the 4 or 5 people who will go to space in a space trip. He went through an interview, things like that. So he's a friend of
ah,
mine. He was very enthusiastic, and he was telling me, "Do you know, Rania, that if I go there, there are 70% chances that I will die."
yeah.
The
Oh,
percentage of space, yes, of the rocket, the rocket launches, etc., are very destructive. I mean, most of the times are not, they fail most of the times,
okay.
the launches of the rockets. So he told me that I will die, but still, I want to do it. He's only 30 years old, 30 years old,
Ah,
he's very young, and he
ah,
told me this. So after this, I was shocked. So based on what he told me, I don't think I will do. I will be
yeah.
able to do this.
Exactly,
It's
exactly.
very
I mean,
extremely dangerous. It's extremely
yes,
dangerous.
extremely dangerous. I mean, you're just pledging your life just to achieve what your dreams and also do something for others. Okay, we can. I think we should just confine to those who achieve it, like Sunita Williams and all that. That's really miracle. They spend so long. so many days up there and couldn't. The worst is the trauma they have to go through when they cannot come back as they plan. You see, so this is not an easy task. I really appreciate your frank answer. If you ask me, I will also think twice. Why should I die? Take the risk of dying to go that far just to achieve my ambition. You see, that different people are different. These are all die-hard heroes. Die-hard
Yes,
heroes.
he told me that Nepal will become famous, popular because of me. This is what he
Oh,
told me. Nepal will become famous, but
okay.
it's too extreme
Okay.
for me. It's extreme thought.
Yes. Great. Great. Thank you for the answer. Okay. One book or movie that inspired you the most?
Yes, I told you about Star Trek.
Ah,
This actually shaped my teenager times, and this is what inspired me for space. Yes,
okay. That's great.
me and my
That's great.
sister.
How about movie? How about movie? What movie you inspired you much? One of
Movie I
the
could
best
see
movies.
Interstellar. I think it
Ah,
was this was the title.
okay.
Interstellar. It was again about space.
Okay. So okay, let's come to the third question. Coffee or tea? What fuels your work days?
Coffee or
Tea. What fuels your work days? Or
um,
you have to drink something
no,
else?
nothing of this.
None of
I
this.
can't drink. Can't drink coffee because of my stomach issues. You know very
Oh,
well.
okay. Ah,
Tea, I don't like. Drinking a tea or things like that.
so what do you
So I
drink?
prefer juice. I prefer juice, a
Oh,
natural
that
juice.
is better. That is
Yes,
good. That's
yes,
healthy. Good.
yes.
Next, if you had if you have to describe yourself in one word, what would it be?
Persistent.
Persistent. Exactly. I do agree with that. Persistent. Great. Good quality. Okay. If you had the chance to visit another planet, which one would you choose?
Mars.
Mars. Why Mars?
Because what I could say, it's the most popular by Elon Musk. Elon Musk has said so many things about the
Yeah.
colonies there.
Uh-huh.
There's an evidence of ancient reefs. There are lakes there, so possible signs of life,
So not
previous
because
life.
men are made in Mars, not because men are made in Mars, women are fulfillers.
It's the most likely candidate now for future human colonization. That's why I think the
Oh,
governments try to prepare us for this. This
for
is
this,
what
yeah,
I see.
yeah.
Yes,
For
yes.
those who want to travel there for holidays, for to explore, just to have, holidays, going to the moon and all. They've already planned. I don't know whether they have really taken people for holiday there, paid travel under the sea. Yes,
Mm,
and we
mm,
also see how disasters struck this group of billionaires, oligarchs
yes,
who went,
yes, yes. They
yeah,
pay a lot of
they all
money to
died.
go. Mm,
Yeah, you see, normally this kind of missions normally fail, more failure than success, but still people persist in their endeavor to achieve what they want, what they want to achieve their dreams. So let it be. Everybody have their likings. Okay, so what one space related facts that you always amazes you? What one space related facts that always amazes you? If you ask me, I used to wonder how stars. And how about
mm.
you? How about you? What amazes
Um,
you? One thing about space?
I have participated in a competition about neutrons.
Neutron.
Neutron stars are so dense. Know that a single teaspoon of their material would weigh, they say, about 6 million tons.
Oh,
And that's equivalent to the mass of all the humans on Earth combined. It's compressed into a spoonful. So neutron stars, what are the neutron stars? Are the collapsed cores of massive stars after a supernova. and they are one of the densest objects in the universe outside of black holes. So I remember I have participated in a competition, I think it was drawing competition, and I had read a lot of things about it. It's amazing, amazing space fact. I think everyone is surprised by neutron stars. Yes.
How much you trust this space discoveries, like what you read and all that? How much you think are real facts, and how much you think is just imagination and
You
might
know
not
what
be true?
we have seen general, not only for space. We have seen, for example, physics laws are getting reversed after some centuries. I don't trust blindly
Ah,
the science, honestly tell you, because we have seen that many axioms in physics or in other domains are actually reversed later by
ah.
other theories. For example, the
Mhm.
Big Bang. Right now, there are 12 different theories of what happened during Big Bang. 12 different theories. What to believe? You
Yeah, what to
understand?
believe? Yeah, it's too much to believe. Too much to believe. It's not too good to believe. It's too much to believe. And sometimes we feel that we are tired of discoveries, especially with all the social media, banging us every day with hundreds of, you know, postings and all that. When we say, if you subscribe to something to do with space, and you just imagine, like you said, there's 12 discoveries about something, you don't know which one to believe. Yeah, it's normal. It creates more anxiety in us. Sometimes we think it's knowledge, but it still affects us in one way or other. Yeah. Okay. If you could have dinner with any of the astronauts or scientists, past or present, who would you like to have dinner with?
Um,
Perhaps romantic,
Carl Sagan, I
perhaps
love
a
Carl
romantic
Sagan.
dinner.
Neil
Neil
Armstrong is the
Armstrong.
person.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
You
first
want to ask how was the
one who walked on the
experience?
moon. The first
Wow,
man who
wow.
walked on the moon.
Yes,
And
personal.
Yuri
But
Gagarin also to be. Yes.
you see, but I don't know how far it's true, but it seems uh, Neil Armstrong, right? Neil
Mm-hmm.
Armstrong is the one who first stepped to the moon, right? But actually, is it seems another person supposed to step to the moon first, but he was fearful.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
Neil Armstrong did the move. So he
Yes,
became the first man who stepped.
but
Is it
you know,
Collins?
astronauts are inspiring, but science communicators are more inspiring. Influential science communicators like Carl Sagan. Carl Sagan was in
Ah,
the 21st century. He was astrophysicist, he was astronomer, he was a visionary, and he was the one who popularized astronomy. So I think that
ah,
yes, science communication. It's a new, it's a new profession now. It's a new trendy profession around the world. It's more influential. It's more
okay.
inspiring.
Inspiring. Why you
Yeah.
say it's more inspiring than
Because I know for my sister, what was happening when we were, during my teenager times, everyone was reading Carl Sagan. Everyone, we were more most excited about him. So
okay.
he tried to popularize science through books, through TV, through films, through interviews. He had a film also, a series. It was named, I think, Cosmos, a personal voyage. So things like that. So science communication is very, very important. How to
Okay.
make accessible science to the audience, make it easy, to describe it easy, in easy
Yeah.
ways, in easy terms. It is
Okay.
not
That's
easy to
nice.
be a science communicator. It's not easy
Oh,
because
mm.
you
You have
don't
to
need to
prove a lot of
use
things,
the
right?
technical terms. You have to
Technical stuff.
popularize technical terms and speak in order for the audience who don't know anything to understand you.
It's not easy. Technical is
Exactly.
never easy if you are not into it. Yes, exactly, exactly. So, okay, last question, last rapid question. Okay, but our rapid is not really rapid because here a lot of things need to be explained. Right. Okay. Describe your job in 3 words.
My job. Hardworking
3 words.
experience.
Yeah,
Hardworking experience.
hardworking experience. Okay,
This is the
okay,
truth,
thank you
Dr.
so
Estera.
much.
What to say? This is the truth.
Yeah, okay, good, good. We just want it to be simple, plain, and the truth. Yeah, we don't have to. Yeah, because that's really fun to know that when somebody can speak frankly the truth, that's the most wonderful thing. Are not lies, which is sweet to hear, and finally you have been deceived, right? So
Mhm.
of course, we appreciate your answer very much, Dr. Rania. Okay, last question, but not least, I would like to know about the book you have written for kids. Yeah?
Yes. Actually, I have written an astronomy book for kids of 5 years and above. It is also translated in English in an ebook, not only
Uh-huh.
Greek. And it's amazing, has a great success here in Greece. There are many schools who use it for theatrical presentations. Why? Because it is written in dialogues. And here you can learn everything from humoristic dialogues between planets. Well, what is the concept? The title is Planetary Interviews. There is a funny journalist, naive journalist, who takes
Mm-hmm.
interviews from planets. Planets leave their place there and they come to Greece and they give interviews. And through these interviews, we learn everything, all the characteristics of planet. Everything is true. We talk about
Wow.
exact scientific knowledge, but how? Through humor and through dialogues who can be erased from memory. So that's why many preschool institutions here in Greece, both private and public, they present this at the end of the academic year through dramatical presentations, and they invite me, etc. So I'm very happy about this
Mm-hmm.
because it gives this opportunity to learn to combine astronomy with fun. So
Fun. Yeah.
astronomy with only play-based methods.
Yes.
So children tell me that they learn everything, not through lectures. For example, for the workshops that we are doing at the Greek Astronomy Space Company. Last year, they presented my book at the end of the academic year in the municipality. So they told me that they learned everything thanks to the book, not thanks to the lectures. The lectures, they couldn't remember and absorb information. They absorb information through the dialogues that they had
Yeah.
to memorize.
Yeah, that's why we
Uh,
institute storytelling, right? Because
yes,
it's easier
totally.
to remember and enjoy it. Because when you enjoy like
Exactly.
dialogues, you
Exactly.
enjoy, you remember
Yes,
better.
I
Yeah.
have, for example, two planets who are quarreling between them. It's very funny. It causes, laughter, and it's that's why it's
Yeah.
successful.
Wonderful.
Uh,
I think we have already passed an hour.
I think yes, but before concluding, to mention about space Satisat that
Yeah, yeah,
I'm a country
yeah. We will
ambassador
do
for
that.
Greece.
Yeah, we are doing it now.
Um,
Okay, before that,
mm,
Dr. Bing Paris commented here, those astronauts say, though that we explored the moon, but it did not contribute peace on Earth. Yeah. So
yeah,
it's a fact, Dr. Bing. It's a fact. We can conquer a lot of things, but we fail to conquer ourselves and our lives.
yes,
You know,
yes.
that's why on the whole, mankind don't have the peace. This world is
Hmm.
not becoming a better place, becoming worse to worse. But of course, there are two type of people who are too ambitious for power and status, power, status, money. And of course, there's another type of people, a group of people who want to lead their normal life,
Hmm.
normal life, leading a happy life. And also, we have to put up with this. So we have to make the right choice to be happy. Okay, Dr. Rania, you would like to share something last? Dear
Yes, the
audience,
last thing that I
leave us.
want to share
Let's
is
see.
that we
Yeah,
need
let Dr. Rania share something.
to inform our audience about the mission ShaktiSat. It's a very innovative
Yeah,
space
yeah.
program organized by
Yeah.
Space Kids India, an aerospace startup that focuses on the design of satellites and rockets, an official partner of ISRO, of Indian Space Research Organization. I'm country ambassador for Greece. You are country ambassador of Malaysia. And our main focus is actually to inspire girls towards STEM, girls from all over the world, from 108 countries, 12 million girls from every corner of the globe will go to India and we will build all together mini satellites, CubeSats, in Chennai. And this will be part of Chandrayaan-4, the space mission which will take place in 2027. It's a unique initiative, a historical space mission. That's why we need to involve as much as many girls as we can from different
Yes.
countries.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay.
I see my students, they are really enjoying Shabazz to Saktisat
Curriculum.
mission, India. Yes, wonderful curriculum, the modules that the students are enjoying. They are, because I have a group and I see that they say they are enjoying learning, not only alone, they enjoy learning it with their family. That's one of the remarks
Exactly, exactly.
given by the student.
It's
So I know, I hope our those our audience who are listening to our with us in this podcast would recommend their students from their respective countries. If you think that you can't say like Philippines, if you don't know who is the uh, I don't know who's a Philippine ambassador. If we have one, we will connect you to that ambassador so you can join this mission together with us. And of course, we have to give credit to the founder, the one and only Dr. Srimati
yeah,
Kesan for her wonderful, amazing work. Not only her, she has a wonderful team who's assisting her. And we are as country ambassadors, yeah, we are also learning together with the children. So this is the opportunity for people like you, Dr. Rania, and me. We are lifelong learners. We never restrict ourselves to learn anything. Yeah, everything we can learn as long as because those who learn always remain young. Yeah,
okay.
learn new things, many things. They always remain young and happy. This is one way to keep your mental health. Do what you feel happy. What be with those who you make you happy. You know, and this is the only way to succeed in life. Yeah, you can be surrounded by thousands of them, but if it's not an happy environment, if it's not going to edify you, you are not going anywhere. But okay, so to close this session, thank you, Dr. Rania. She's a very busy person, yet she when I asked her, she never said no. Again, all our panelists, all our guests are really wonderful people. When I asked them, they never said no. Let's do it. Okay. So thank you. Wishing you all the best for this mission. Saktisat. Hope we can recruit more students and make it a great success for our country and for everyone. Thank
Yes,
you.
because
And
thank you very much. Students are part of the next generation of dreamers, of scientists, and space travelers. So
yes,
we need to
yes,
encourage
yeah.
them. Thank you. Thank you very much
Because
for
if you see, yeah, if you see, everybody is focusing on being an engineer, a nominal, just a common career which everybody does want to do the same. Why don't we do something different? Like by
Mhm.
learning this, what do you think, Dr. Rania? By
Keep
taking up this
learning, I
module,
would say, keep learning, keep wondering, keep challenging the status quo, the science you mentioned before, the scientific
uh-huh.
truth, keep challenging the scientific truth, and never stop reaching for the stars because the universe needs your bright light. This is what I would say.
Yeah, some teachers and parents are asking me, if my daughter, because this year we are doing only for women, right, female students, so they're asking if my child learn this, take up these modules, does she have to be an aerospace engineer necessarily? I said no.
No, no,
but
of course
but
not.
by learning this, by taking up this, you are promoting critical thinking. You are causing the child to think critically and then away from their normal monotonous studies. Because here in these modules we have activities, right, and inferences they have to write, they have to take note, and especially like it's in English. For those who know English, they will improve English, they learn coding, they learn a lot. We have 21 modules here. Just imagine by end of upon completing this whole module, the 21 modules, your child will definitely be a better person, better than who she is today. That is a guarantee, because I saw the modules, what is given even in the first module. It is so
It's very well structured. This is what
Yeah, well structured.
here university teachers, university professors here in Greece, they tell me who teach aerospace in the first year of
Yeah,
university, they tell me it's very well structured, and here in Greece we don't do such things, building
yeah,
satellites. So it's a unique experience. They won't have many times this kind of
yes,
opportunities in their life.
yes. Yes. So I think we are facing challenges again with bureaucracy and with a lot of things. Parents don't understand. But what I would say to all the parents, don't think too much about it. Learn. When you first go to school,
Mhm.
if you ask your parents, uh, if I study ABC, can I get a job? You know, we never ask
Yeah.
that. We are told, our parents told, they were our first mentors. When they tell us study, go to school, we go to school. When our teachers say study this, learn this, we did it. That's why today we
Yes.
are educated. Same like that. Don't ask too many questions. Don't worry. Learning anything new can never be a waste. And in this world now, we need skills. We need to think critically. It's not like those days you mark from the book and you just put it there. If you go out to work, it's totally a different world. So anything you can learn, just learn. When the opportunity comes, you just grab it. If you don't have the skills, you can't. Any opportunity comes your way, you can't make use of it, right? So that's
Mhm.
why I would encourage parents to encourage their children to take up this support, this mission, because it is good for your child. That's what I can say in one word, blanket word: good for your child. So that's it. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us, dear audience. Dr. Rania, with our Coffee with Estera today. And I'm definitely, I believe that you have really enjoyed yourself today, Dr. Rania, talking
Yes,
something
yes,
out of yeah, yeah. Thank you. I did
definitely.
enjoy this session. Thank you so much. Uh,
Thank you.
let's see who is coming up next on Coffee with Estera. Look out, that is suspense for you. Thank
And
you.
I hope we'll meet in person in India
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
space
yeah. We
program.
are
Can
meeting. We
I?
are meeting. God grace. Yes, I'm looking forward very much. I have very good friends
Okay.
on online. Bye bye.
Yes.
See you.
Bye.